Attics are often overlooked spaces, used to store away the past or forgotten belongings. But sometimes, what's hidden up there can be far more unsettling than anyone could imagine. In this video, we'll uncover 35 of the most disturbing things ever found in attics, revealing the dark secrets these spaces can hold. This is an emotional World War II discovery found in the attic of a home. We pay homage to the veterans, but the content in the box found in this attic will leave you in total disbelief.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this. We found this in the attic at my grandma and grandpa's house.
A young man captures the attic in his grandparents' house and finds some shocking discoveries. He finds a sack that is still almost in a brand new condition. He also finds his laundry bag, which he refused to take out because that'll make him emotional.
And then there's
His hands are shaking as he takes his grandfather's med kit, which is still intact. This is an amazing discovery and should be kept safe. Creatures, especially furry ones like squirrels, raccoons, and opossums, hide or live in attics because they find tight corners where they feel protected from the much bigger animals.
Okay, so I'm in an attic. This is Kevin with Active Animal Trapping, activeanimaltrapping.com, and this is what would be considered a possum nest.
In this video, a professional from an animal trapping company captures an attic on camera. He finds an opossum who doesn't look like it's hiding, but like it's living there, and the professional is only invading its privacy.
And he should be coming out relatively quickly. He's gonna try to bite my light, but...
The man tries to grab it by hand since its skin isn't poisonous. He does that to prevent the animal from causing further damage to the attic and the house as a whole. It's much easier to catch an animal that can only walk or run, but it's way difficult and can get really frustrating to try and catch one that flies. In the attic, something light and quick darted across the rafters. It was hard to see at first, but the soft rustling above hinted that they weren't alone. Slowly, they set up a few traps, hoping to catch whatever was making the noise. They were flying squirrels, and to get them, the house owner used a combination of wireless security cameras with small rodent live traps to capture the squirrels and get notified when it happens. Whether it's an hornet's nest or a wasp's nest, no nests should be found in an attic. But how will you know if there's a nest in your attic if you don't check? You shouldn't trust your attic.
Okay, so here we are up in the attic. I discovered one of these big wasp's nest. I believe it's a wasp nest. Could be.
In this video, a man finds a huge wasp nest that is stuck to the rafter. It's so huge, one can only wonder how many wasps are buzzing in there, probably living their best lives while causing expensive damages to the homeowners.
You get it. Look at that. It's about as light as a balloon. That's because there's nothing inside here but basically little shards of...
He grabs the nest successfully because there are no wasps in there and it's as light as a balloon. You either leave your attic to whatever dangerous or creepy creature is in there and face the problem of constantly repairing stuff, or you take charge and go up there to see for yourself, of course, with professional assistance.
Keep it nice and sweaty.
In this video, a group of professionals are seen clearing out a damaged attic where they find both squirrels and raccoons. They both seem to be enjoying coexisting while causing damage to the house.
Insulation just completely matted.
Bunch of squirrel activity over there too.
Yeah, we had squirrel feces on the other side of the attic. Homeowners.
If left unattended to, these two fury creatures can cause expensive repairs. Ever caught animals anywhere in your house and they were more than ready to leave your space? Well, the discovery in this video will leave you wondering if there's any need to panic over certain animals.
So, at a person's house, and we got looks like 4 baby possums.
In this video, a homeowner is scared of the noises he heard in the laundry home ceiling, and he had to go up to find out the reason for the noise. When he goes up to check, he is shocked by what he sees there.
Here, between the wall and the basement, or the ceiling and the basement flooring. Sorry, the ceiling and the floor above, kitchen floor above.
He sees that a family of opossums had made their way into the ceiling of the laundry room. They are brought out one by hand, and were much more calm than the homeowner who panicked over them. In this video, this man experiences a blessing in disguise, leaving the curse behind. Imagine a hen lays eggs in your house, but you still have to chase the hens away, or else they'll mess up your beautiful carpet.
Unreal.
A man takes a video of what woodpeckers did to his house, inside his walls. In shock and surprise, the man sees that a flock of woodpeckers had stored about 700 pounds of acorns inside the walls of his home.
Holy bro. This is crazy.
These acorns stretched from the first floor to the attic. This is amazing because he gets to keep the acorns, but he can't tolerate the woodpeckers. This video is one that will leave your jaws dropped and your mouth wide opened. It'll make you want to get up immediately and look into your attic. What could be hiding in there? As the house owner moves in the attic, a low buzzing sound begins to fill the air. It starts softly, almost unnoticeable, but grows louder with each step closer to the darkened corner. He turns on his torchlight, and what he sees amazes him.
Jesus. That's like a really
It's a beast of a wasp nest lying and buzzing in his attic. It looks like a snow tower, but the house owner seems unfazed as he gives them a thumbs up. When clearing out a new home, different things are found undisposed and unattended to. Some might be useful and some might be harmful. How do you determine that when you don't even know what you found? In this video, a woman captures something in her new house on camera and is doubting the safety of it. She finds an old knob and tube wire that's buried under a bunch of insulation. She used a voltage detector on it and it didn't go off. What if it goes off and explodes? A new house is only new because you're new there, not because all things in there are new. Ever wondered how different creatures find their way into your attic? Don't blame yourself for the problems in your attic. Expect you don't seek professional help. This discovery will make you more alert.
Okay, here we are with Wildlife Pro on scene of a house that has been having some raccoon issues.
There's a man on top of a roof trying to find out how raccoons has been finding their way into his attic. He is obviously fed up of the raccoon issues and he wants a permanent solution.
So, we're going to install a one-way door on that. And then obviously this is a massive home.
On his roof, he finds a hole where the raccoons come in and go out easily. The raccoons remove the roof vents with their paws or teeth, and that gives them access to disturb the house. How proud will you be when your attic clearing mission turns into an animal rescue mission, especially if it isn't an animal that might be a threat to your existence? In this video, a man who is curious about what is in his attic finds some kittens in distress, and he was their knight. He rescues them from the darkness and creepiness of the attic and brings them into safety. The discovery of these cutie kittens leaves us wondering for how long the mother had been there, just alone in that attic, or maybe not. How do animals choose where to hide? With the frequent occurrences of animals staying in attics, it's important to find out what it is about attics that makes these animals choose to stay in them. In the quiet of the attic, there is a soft, scratching sound, like something small and quick moving behind the boxes. It's easy to miss at first, but then a tiny movement catches the eye. A man is holding out a torch, looking for what he saw. He then sees a squirrel nesting in the attic. He goes further and confirms what he saw. In cases of a natural disaster in any form where it seems there's no way of escape, do you turn to your neglected attic, or you'll rather face the effects of the disaster? What if your attic is worse than the hurricane? In this video captured on camera, it shows a family hiding out in the attic in a bid to protect themselves from the hurricane. The family gathered in the attic, each breath quiet, as they waited in the dim light. The noise outside grew louder, but inside, everything was still. They focused on staying close, waiting for the storm to pass. In the quiet attic, what this man found left him taken aback. What happens when what you think is a big stuffed toy turns out to be real and alive, staring right at you?
That's where I stepped before I realized what I had encountered.
Dean Brown is an inspector for New Hanover County. He's run into small animals from time to time while he's in the attic of homes, but this was the first time he's seen an alligator.
Didn't think nothing of it. I turned the corner.
A man approaches his attic, and while he moves around in the dark, he sees something really huge that makes his heart thump. He immediately turns on the light to take a proper look at what he saw.
On his head, his eyes did open and give me a wink, let me know I'm alive.
It's anyone's guess how the gator got up to the third floor attic, but Brown thinks he knows how it happened.
The best.
What he sees bewilders him. At first, he thinks it's just a stuffed animal, but when he turns the light to its face, it's an alligator. The very big alligator opens its eyes and looks at the man. Is an attic a good place for a hideout? Hardly would anyone suspect a thing, but how safe is it, considering the dangerous, strange things found in such places? In this video, police officers are seen in a living room. They're on a hunt for a wanted man who, for some reason, they couldn't find and didn't suspect where he could be. Not too long after, they hear sounds and they see a leg dangling from the ceiling. It was the wanted man. He was hiding in the attic from the police officers, but couldn't even do that right. There are mysteries to be found, and there are some that are best left alone, in the dark. But humans have a way of going against darkness and reaching for things that'll change the course of their lives.
That is until the Lopez grandchildren made a somewhat startling discovery. Whilst cleaning out their grandfather's attic, Mike and Maria stumbled across...
In this video, the Lopez grandchildren made a shocking discovery of a box while clearing out their grandfather's attic. This box contained some artifacts that contained a pirate's treasure.
Disturbing. A human hand. They scoured the area's antique shops to try and get a valuation on the so-called treasure they had found.
They found something more disturbing, a decayed human hand. The family decided to keep the box of treasure, including the human hand. Have you ever taken a proper, detailed look at your attic? After watching this video, you'll definitely have reasons to go on an adventure or a hunt over there.
Time when you are sitting home alone and think you hear something? It makes you jump a little bit, then after a few minutes you talk yourself into the fact that it's just your house settling or maybe a car outside.
A man heard some disturbing noises in his house and detected that it was coming from his attic. He decided to take action to find out what was the cause of all the noise. Would his discovery lead to a fortune or disaster? To his shock, he found 60,000 bees in his attic. He made the right decision of calling a company to save all of the bees. But he sure had a lot of honeycombs to himself. Some dangerous discoveries can be found right in the corner of our homes, discoveries that could leave us shaken and wondering how it got there. Look what this contractor found in this home's attic. A contractor is walking around an old, abandoned house with a torchlight doing some inspection. What he finds makes him realize why most contractors never wanted anything to do with the house. He checks the attic and he sees a huge wasp nest lying around the corner. It's a spooky adventure he's on, but he could get to the root of the matter. Wasps often find their homes in people's attics, and removing them can be dangerous and cause more harm without professional help. Have you looked into your attic?
Starts here. The entrance goes along.
A house owner makes a video of his attic. He had been hearing hummings coming from up there, and he decided to see for himself what was in there and what damage it had caused. He looked into it and found a colony of wasps. It was their own kingdom. He also found some dead wasps and a lot more that were still alive. How did they get in there? But now, how was he going to get them out? This video is not for those without a strong stomach. This video captures a spooky house, and you'll be shocked by what was found in this woman's creepy attic.
There's been some really creepy. One more door to try. I'm a bit afraid, because we've been hearing really creepy noises.
A woman makes a video confessing that she has been hearing some weird noises coming from her house. She goes upstairs and the door refuses to budge and she can't seem to open it. She's obviously nervous, and what she finds in there will make you drop your cup.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta get out of here. Oh my god. What's coming?
Immediately she opens the door, she finds a creepy-looking creature, just like Billy the Puppet. She immediately runs out, but it keeps following her. Before you go into your attic, you should probably suit up and prepare yourself for the unexpected. Also, you probably shouldn't go there alone.
Quite a bit so far. Oh, here, I have a light.
An attic search turns into a beehive rescue as a man finds a lot of bees in his attic. He had to remove the combs one by one carefully and fit them into a box because the attic wasn't supposed to be their dwelling place. These bees also had some eggs that the man had to take out gently. The ceiling panel was replaced and properly cleaned up. Children admire dolls. They're great to play with and can be a lovely company, but not when it's a creepy antique doll that looks like it could walk and give a death stare.
I'm just spooked with even just this. There is some kind of doll standing back there in the corner facing the wall.
With the intention of clearing his house, a man finds a shocking discovery and decides to capture it on camera. This video will leave you in total disbelief and shock.
And this thing's been there for 10 years, guys. I've never hid or stored anything in here. Our haunt stuff was all outside. And this creepy thing, I'm just like waiting for it to freaking turn around.
He goes into his attic, and while he's still 10 feet away, his camera captures a very creepy antique doll that is facing the wall. It even looks like it's going to turn around and chase after him, and the man admits that he is expecting that to happen. Warning: don't go into your attic without preparing for the worst. What this man found in his attic could have caused terrible harm to him and whoever lives there with him.
There's a snake skin in the attic that I am crawling in. Oh god, that's scary.
In this video, a man is 75 feet in his attic and he found a snake skin in there. It's so big and looks very scary. It's dark in the attic, but he has a torchlight that only helps a little. What if there was something bigger and worse behind him?
I am 75 feet in this attic. Trying to look and see what's going on. There's some more snake skin. Different snake.
The snake is about 6 feet long, and the presence of one snake could indicate that more could be in there as well. He has to do a proper search to be safe and sure. This video will terribly scare you and leave you in total shock. If you're not one for horror, then take a step back for a while and come back when you're sure you can stomach this. What are the odds that a human can be found in an attic? Well, this video shows that the odds are pretty high and very sure. The discovery in this attic is highly insane, and it's another level of creepy. A family makes a video of what they find in their attic. They're panicking due to the uncertainty of what could possibly be in there. In a shocking turn, they find a boy in the attic. For how long could he have been there? Have you ever wondered why some big mansions just lie around abandoned and left alone? What could have gone wrong with such mansions that they're left to rot and grow weaker?
Look at that. Unbelievable. And what is this? There's more writing on the floors?
In this video, a young man takes a tour of an abandoned mansion, and what he discovers leaves him bewildered, as it will leave you. It's a really big and well-built mansion, but it carries some dirty secrets.
From 2012. And it smells bad in here too. I'm trying to clean it all up.
There, he saw a satanic ritual that was carried out. With a red substance, 2012 was written boldly, and it means the ritual happened that year. Attics now take on new forms, depending on what you find there. Some are now zoos, some are graves, and some are storages for the creepiest things ever discovered. In this video, a family sees something strange on their ceiling and someone tries to take charge and find out what is up there by using a stick to bring whatever it is down. What they found totally scared them to their bones. As the stick goes up there the last time, a huge part of the ceiling comes down, and what comes down with it are huge snakes. These snakes are so big and dangerous. We love animals, but not when they invade your house and make their home in your attic. Worse still, they make a family there and refuse to leave when you find them out. In this man's attic, he surprisingly finds a raccoon family. He's able to bring the young raccoons out safely, but the mother raccoon refuses to come out despite the man's persistence in trying to bring it out. This video demonstrates how you should always get professional help when clearing out your attic, especially one that can go face to face with a stubborn mother raccoon. As the house owner carefully stepped into the attic, the floor creaked beneath them. Something long and strange was peeking out from behind an old chest, almost as if it was quietly waiting to be found.
Piece insulation, roofer lifts up the insulation and look what he sees.
This man goes up into his attic, definitely not hoping to find what he saw, but what he finds leaves him in shock.
He's getting ready to shed his skin. That's why he's up here hiding, looking for a safe place.
As he starts his search, he discovers something dangerous lies in there. He finds a rat snake laying under the insulation in his attic.
See the stripes? Greenish in color.
This very disturbing video reveals a shocking discovery in this attic that had been unattended to for a very long time. It'll leave you speechless and absolutely terrified. This man's only way of preparing to go into his attic to search for whatever strange thing could be in there is to go in there with a torch and his camera. And his camera succeeds in capturing very strange-looking creatures. As he moves his torchlight, he finds 2 young owls that look very creepy. Since there are younglings in there, the mother is definitely right on her way. This video shows something way beyond the natural, creepy, and extremely terrifying. It's concerning how many homes have such discoveries in their attics. A man does what many determined people decide to do. He goes into his attic and he finds the strangest thing ever. What he finds will make you consider moving out of fear of what probably lives above you. He finds a VHS, and in it is a video of a cult. Besides that, he also finds something as scary as the cult video. He finds a little book with pictures of skulls and cockroaches in it. Behind every attic are stories untold about what went on in certain houses and why the dwellers decided to hide their strange secrets in the attics. Why did they want someone to find them? In this video, 2 kids take us on a journey into the attic of a log cabin. They walk in with their torchlights, ready to unveil whatever was hiding in the attic of that cabin. As they progress, it keeps us wondering what could possibly be hiding or being left in there. When they get to the attic, they discover that it is full of bones. In the corner of the attic, behind some old boxes and dusty holiday decorations, something seemed out of place. A faint rustling sound echoed through the space, drawing closer, as if something hidden was slowly beginning to move. As we look closer into this weird-looking house, we find a huge snake coming out of the attic in the house. It comes out sneakily, having been hiding in there, curled up, waiting for the day it'll finally break free, probably after causing some fear and harm. It keeps coming out, revealing its huge and dangerous self. It's unsure if it wants to remain in there or come out completely. As the dusty boxes were pushed aside, a long, strange shape caught the eye. It almost blended in with the shadows, stretched across the attic floor, like something forgotten that didn't belong there. This owner has finally decided to get rid of whatever strange or harmful thing occupied his attic. He prepares himself and goes in with a torchlight, hoping that won't be his last day of good sleep and the beginning of a nightmare. What he finds will definitely keep his eyes open and his mind fully alert, even when he's sleeping. He finds a snake, comfortably making his attic its home. At first, it seemed like a forgotten piece of rope dangling down the ceiling, seeking attention. But as the light shifted, something much larger began to take shape in the dim space. A man is in total shock when he finds out that dangerous snakes have been living in the same house with him, and now they've decided to reveal themselves to him. He goes into his kitchen to get a tool for improvisation that he can use to get rid of the snakes from his house. It's a shocking discovery for him, and he advises ladies not to come into his house. In the dim attic, a long line in the dust catches the owner's eye. It leads to the far corner, where something big and unexpected is hiding in the corner, using the shadows as a camouflage. The house owner thinks snakes in the attic. These snakes don't look like they've come to play or just to find shelter. They look like they're ready to scare everything out of whoever finds them, but with the steadiness of the person behind the camera, it seems like the snakes failed their mission. Have you looked into your attic? Get professional help before you do so, and perhaps start packing your bags.